Hello, fellow Slayers of the Apocalypse. I'm your Inspector of the Dead with the goal of inspecting every custom map for your enjoyment. Now, today we have, of course, Nacht there, Agonie from the video title. As per stated, I will only be inspecting the map. If there are any Easter eggs, anything of the sort, I will not be looking at that. I will be looking at just the raw map, see if it is good for a good zombie slaying experience. Now, we're going to kind of, move it along as we go with the series. I kind of want to improve upon it, see if I can better reviews for it. So we'll be going off and I'll be actually doing the description of the map if any has any, so we can get kind of the vibe of it before we go in. So, description. 14th of May, 1945. The group 935 is trying to escape from allies in a last chance of preserving their secret weaponry and experiments. They established a base near the Francisco-Spanish border to supply all the resources to Spain before it falls to unwanted hands. Now, the map is made by the creator Javix473. I will put the link now to the map in the description below if you guys want to have that there. Hopefully you guys enjoy today's inspection of the dead. Ooh. Going on in with a gunshot already. This is a very classic World at War, I will say. I do enjoy that. I do enjoy that. Oh, we got a good old bursting tower there. Let's see these zombie designs, see how they look. Ah, yeah, very classic World at War. Loving that. Loving this gun, the whre. Feels like a little bit World War II inspired there. Now, to kind of preface a little bit going into the series, I will try to improve the reviews a bit more. I think the first one was a good kind of proof of concept for me, but yeah, so to kind of go off, I think I'm going to try to go more in depth with the review. I kind of wanted to keep the blind playthrough a thing, but I don't think that's going to be a whole kind of worth it. So I'll try to go in with the descriptions how I did in the start of the video, get you guys immersed if any has any. And also, I'm going to try to do some B-roll. I found a mod that's going to help me do that. So you guys are going to see some cool shots of the map. So you guys can get a better view of it. So it's a little bit more engaging for you guys. Maybe if the map has a story, I could also try to delve into that. Maybe see if that's kind of also for the review. We're going to kind of get through all the crannies, the nooks and stuff of the map. So we can have the enjoyment of the review. So far, loving this aesthetic. It is very Nacht inspired, of course, Nacht the Agonie. And it does have that interesting kind of concept of a story to tie in at the start. You might have an Easter egg there. I wouldn't know if that's anything though, but it is kind of giving me that concept of, oh, that's probably an Easter egg. So that's kind of cool. If it's not at all any, then it's just like a cool little thing. Look, we got barrels here. Not able to be exploded, but, barrels nonetheless. You got the good old power from IW there. Doesn't open this door. Ooh, we might go down. We might have to pick up a weapon from the start of the room. So it seems like we're going back to back with World at War-esque guns. Good old whre here. Oh, and let's see if this is the Black Ops 4 reload. It is not. But, not every map is going to have it. I will say the sounds of these guns are just lovely. I love the sound of it. I will kind of critique the whre is really loud. It kind of, what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of like a pop gun. That's kind of what it reminds me of there. But, I would tone down that sound a bit, but it is quite a vibe. I do love it. Oh, you cannot get points from crawling down there. That's kind of odd. Good old box location there. I wonder if we can go down there. Ooh. No, I thought you could open up the box for a bit. 1500. All right, head on down there. I'm loving these elements of fire. I always love it when the maps kind of have the ambient light be the fire. It's always just like, look at these cinders. Oh, always so beautiful. Might get some good B-roll shots of that. You guys might enjoy that a bit more. But how's your day going? How is y'all's day going? I'm having a good day. Having a good day. You know, gonna be there for the tomb. I think by the time this video releases, I don't think the tomb's gonna be released, or it might be. Who knows? We'll see when that happens. But if it is, oh, you know, I'm gonna be playing that day one. I'll probably, if this is after, I probably streamed and you know, had a good old time with the map Easter egg hunting. Hopefully I got some first. Probably not, but you know, a man could dream. So before we turn on this power, let's kill out all the zombies. I always like it when maps have kind of dynamics with the power, so hopefully this one has one too. Oh, it seems like it does. It's got a little bit more light showing around here. I do love that. Fire still illuminating so bright and so beautifully. Keep it going down here. Oh, yeah, I do love that. Making the whole map stand out a bit more with the light. Making it more ominous of how we're stuck in this place of a bunker. So I think we're going to hit the box. See what we can get out of that. Good old Lewis. I'm going to kind of get trapped. Oh, the reload's kind of unbearable on this gun. Alright, let's see if we can't... Ooh. Get ourselves a bunch of points now. Maybe we can get ourselves, maybe Speed Cola would be best for this gun. I think we'll die with it. Oh, I'm not going to get value out of this if I can't find a zombie. So going from the description of the map, you can kind of see this is a facility they kind of bunker down with all their weaponry. You know, you got MG40s laying around, all these ammo crates, kind of facility down here. It's very much giving that impression of it. You know, they just came in with the truck, found out why is the power gone. And, you know, you got these zombies on the loose now. So I do like that bit of storytelling, you know, kind of environmental. You know, so you got people drinking beer here. Look, I don't know why. I kind of love that lighting right there. That like panic build of a barrier. Maybe a zombie got there fast, trying to break it down. They had to put down the supplies. Oh, see, that's so beautiful. Such a hurry, they had to block it out with some supplies. My God. Ooh, kind of getting a little close there, buddy. So let's try to get Jug this time around, yeah? Last time I wasn't too fortunate on that, but hopefully we can get that this time. First off, we do gotta find it. Now, to kind of go on the preface of how I kind of want to do the videos, I think I will, like, not just do a one run and done. I'm gonna try to keep going in the map, see if I can explore every little thing it's got. I kind of wanted to start off redoing this style in a smaller map, so you can kind of get the gist of what I'm gonna do. Was it smart to go with a big map as the first of the series? Not really, but you know, to kind of help the series go on, I will go for big maps so we can get that experience on those. Oh, whoa. My God, my man is struggling there. Alright, we can get double tap, or we can open this door. And Jug is right here. Would you look at that? Still no points. Never mind. Look at this. You can see the experiments, the writing on the walls. Maybe this was, oh, this is definitely an infirmary. Animal test laboratory. Oh, so nice. This is what I love about custom maps. You can kind of tie them in loosely for a headcanon. Maybe this is how they experimented on for Fluffy or different animals. Maybe the monkeys. Even though those were kind of Ascension. Ooh, Death Machine is the MG40. My word. Very loud. Very, very loud. Also, you might have heard my dog barking in the background. Don't worry about him. He's just enjoying this map just as much as I am. Radio's there, the beer. Seems like he had people on post drinking on the job. Maybe they got attacked, overran. We came in trying to get some more supplies. Find out that it has been overrun by zombies. If you could maybe correlate the outbreak of this outpost, probably in here. Oh, and would you look at that? whre DG2. My god. Maybe they were making it here. Maybe they needed it. Oh, they also got the ray gun. Ooh. We'll get some shots of those instead of me on the ground, but yeah, maybe it's time to get me some jug. Oh, no. Don't worry, guys. I'll come right back. And alright, we are back. Now, this time I did get a ray gun out of the box, and I just got the FG off the wall. So, now where will we? Looking at the elements around here, see the start of a teleporter part right there. Some, of course, the whre DG2 on here, a lamp, schematics on the wall, and we know there's an animal test laboratory. Now, of course, you can make any conclusion about that, especially within the storyline of the zombies. It could be the monkeys, it could be the dogs. Though we know Fluffy's origin was in Darice. But that doesn't mean they weren't experimenting on other forms of animals. Maybe they got some cats, some rabid raccoons, something like that. You never know. They were just, all we know from right now is they were testing the different elements around the map with these tubes, which don't seem to have anything, but they are emitting a strange glow. And I noticed when I was running back, there's some at the spawn here that also emit this strange kind of aroma around. You don't really know what those are. And I like that. It's kind of that mystery, because there's nothing inside. So is it a gas? Is it leaking out? Is it maybe 115 in a gas form? Theories like that are always fun, always good. Though I have been talking a lot more on the story elements around the map. Let's kind of get into the gameplay of it. So far, it's very tight quarters, but that's very nice. Of course, I made a statement in the last video that I like the close quarters gameplay, and this seems to be kind of making that return to me. But it also took that advice that they have an open area. Of course, it's not too open, but it's open, like, in terms of this map. It is an open spot. It's this little courtyard area. You do some training, but it's also very dangerous. You got the berry here, berry here, berry here. Then you come out of this way. So it's very dangerous to go there. But it is an open spot. I do wish, I don't know if we can get down here. I don't know if we can. I'm gonna check it out. But it's very tight quarters. I do love that. Also, we are getting jugged. Finally, some safety. Am I right, guys? But it seems to be kind of a remaster. Well, not a remaster. A remake of Nacht. The spawns are up close. You're not waiting a yard away for them to come over, which is nice. A little bit of bugs here come through the wall like this, but it is very nice to have that kind of there. It's a very condensed Nacht, which is weird because Nacht is already very condensed. So if you condense it more, you kind of get this map, and you would think that's kind of a bad thing, but it kind of is pretty unique. You don't have too many very, very small maps. The smallest map we have is, I believe, Nacht. Or you can kind of count Grossen House if we're talking non-train. It is very lovely to kind of have that as a playable experience, especially since we have the pack-a-punch. So it kind of elevates that in the presence of you're not stuck with no weapons that can kill the horde. So you have that. You have the perks, unlike Nacht. Power, of course. You have ways to kind of help your experience here that Nacht originally doesn't have. Now, of course, the remaster of Nacht in Zombie Chronicles, kind of alleviates that with the Wonder Fizz, but I always kind of thought that was a cheap way out. They did that on all the maps. They put a Wonder Fizz, a Gobblegum machine, and called it a day after doing all the little stuff here. This makes the placements matter. You know, it took me a while to go to jug. You know, it takes me a little bit more to get to double tap. Speed cola is the start of it. Right here is the other perk you see other than quick revive. You know, quick revive is always in the spawn room. You know, they kind of give you that, well, we'll start you off in this path of speed cola to help you kind of fend off the hordes with a little bit more fast utility going out of you with your reloading. Okay, now that you got the fast reloading, you're noticing, hey, your guns are kind of, you know, dropping off. Double tap, right here, leaving it set. Now it's getting high in the rounds. Now you're like, oh, now I'm kind of unprepared to take on the horde with my health. Going in here, you got jug. It's that progression right there, and I love that. And it loops all the way around. Loops all the way around. I can go through here. There's an exit out there. Loops all the way around if you need to. And then later on, you're like, hey, I need more firepower. Pack a punch. It's that kind of gameplay loop I love. You know, you can have. It's a very round map that keeps going loops and loops and loops. You know, it's very engaging, very nice. Hit the box if I need to. I saw a Reagan Mark II in there. That's nice. I got the Reich revolver. I will not be taking the Reich revolver. Kind of like my M1941 right here. But, you know, it's that kind of core gameplay of a loop. You know, you got the little help sign right there. That's kind of nice. Can't wait. I honestly can't wait to show you guys the B-roll for this this map. It's gonna be lovely. I know I'm gonna get some good shots for you guys. And back to the lighting. I love when lights are like this. It's just so lovely to look at. It's just so nice. Going down here, you got some traps if you need to. You can kind of, you can kind of make the whole map your training spot. Because it is very circular, and you even have this tight-knit spot if you guys just don't want to do anything. Kind of being here for camping reasons. You'd have to worry about the barrier on the right, but you have jug behind you. Kind of like a buried-esque area. You want to make a loop around them, kind of make it into this trap. You can train around this whole area. It's very nice for training, I feel. Kind of engaging in that factor. Oh, let's not die. See, now I'm getting low on my damage. And here we go with double tap. Which seems to be 2.0? 2.0, yeah, absolutely. I like that the cabinets are open. They were in a rush. Maybe a few of them escaped. You got some of the gas canisters out here. Oh, yeah, maybe some of them escaped, went out, took the research. Maybe they went to Darice, take the research there. They found something. Something happened here for them to escape with documents for a hurry. They maybe cause a unexpected 115 outbreak. I kind of explained this kind of at the start of the video. Of kind of our little theory crafting here, me and you are having, right? We're having a good time theory crafting. That's what I love about zombies. Love the theory crafting, love that. I recently had on my Twitter, follow me, WarmanPlayz on Twitter. I had a kind of revelation about some theories with people in the community. We were kind of talking back and forth. I thought for the new map, we're gonna kind of delve off this map a little bit. I'm gonna talk about the new map right now. That maybe since we got the ice staff back, it could be something tactical related. Throwing out that theory and stuff. A lot of people liked it, by the way. It was a good tweet for me. It's the only good tweet I've had. It was actually not his staff. I couldn't believe that. So going back through the comment and stuff, I noticed that in game the staff of ice is Takia's. If you look at his statue, that's his. Even in the ending cutscene for Revelation, it's his staff. But if you look at the quote, his favorite staff is actually fire, and Nikolai's is the ice staff. So that got me wondering. That's weird. They have different preferences of staff they like instead of what they are prophesized for. And then I kind of grew into this theory going along that it's kind of I think referencing or like foreshadowing them breaking the cycle. Because, of course, the cycle is them, going over and over, Great War, staffs, blah, 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 blah. And, they're destined, keyword destined to have those staffs. But it's not what they like. And it's not like they're forced to wield those staffs in that order. They choose to. So it's fascinating to me that that's how they're kind of showing that. It was very nice to see too, because it's a foreshadow for the breaking of the cycle. You know, what we do in Black Ops 4, how it goes in Black Ops 3. Premise will fail, you know, but it's kind of that small little drop that they don't feel like following the cycle as is. You know, they want to break it. Now, am I reading too much into it? Absolutely. This is the zombies community. We're gonna overview everything, but it's always that nice feeling, you know, when you get a theory and it's got some solid evidence. You back it up with the community. They throw out to you some more stuff, and then you get a new sense of a theory. You know, originally I didn't even know that Taku's preference was fire. I always saw the statues. I always saw the ending cutscene. I was like, his is ice, and that's how it was, done and done. But it's very nice to know now, with engaging with the community, that it's actually his preferred one, if he had the choice, would be fire, which is so nice, because Nikolai's he's preferred ice. Then you get that whole thinking of, oh my, that's, you know, you get more theories brewing and stuff, and that's how we kind of engage with the community. I remember as a kid, I had a theory when Black Ops 2 was just coming out, right? And I believe it was Die Rise when it just came out. I had a theory going around with a friend that every game we did was a cycle, and that was such a good theory in my head. And now we know now it's not like technically true. I was right about kind of some stuff, because my theory was every game we start, you know, when I start a game, you start a game, another person starts a game, that is a multiverse. You know, it's a new world, and every time we complete the Easter egg, you know, that we're in the right timeline. So it kind of went for that theory for me, in that we're always in a cycle of completing these Easter eggs over and over and over. We eventually are going to go to the right path, this, you know, right timeline of stuff, so we can get to the right area to break the cycle. That was kind of my theory going as a kid, and it was more backed up during Die Rise, because in the intro cutscene for that, you see Stuhlinger and the gang, they perish, you know, they game over. And you know what happens? They just restart. They restart. So every time we fail, we start again, start anew. So it was that theory for me that kind of ran with it, and I really liked it. You know, didn't turn out to be fully true, but you know, it was nice to theorize that. Also, what a lovely camo. Oh, it's a good old classic camo. Very lovely. You know, you kind of gotta appreciate how we came from the roots of this camo to like something like Origins or Mob of the Dead. But you know, the very first Pack-a-Punch camo still got some nice look to it. It's kind of a rusted form of it. If you compare it to the World at War version, World at War is more glossy, more like clean. You know, I really like how the old games had the Pack-a-Punch camo with that kind of shiny look to it. You know, it felt kind of otherworldly. And this kind of feels like, you know, it's still got that kind of sense of, what is this? But it's also ancient, you know, left in the dust. You know, you don't know what happened to it. I didn't mean to throw that grenade. Oh, Lord. Let's not die here. We're having a good run, right? You know, you got all that stuff and going for it. Ooh. See, it's such a simple thing here. You see this tree right in the middle? It's such a simple thing. You know, you're thinking, wow, it's a very nice set piece. But it does get in the way. And it seems like, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they care about it. No, they do. Okay. But that simple tree, you know, that the little stuff, right? The little stuff kind of matter whenever you make a map. It could be simple as a tree, and it'll make grand experience. Because look at this. If this tree wasn't here, I'd have more area to work with, you know? But now I kind of have to maneuver through this area to make sure I don't get caught between the zombie. He'd catch me right there. You know, I'd be caught right there. If there was no tree, I'd have the space to move. So simple stuff like that is kind of very lovely in a map. You know, that little gameplay element that no one's gonna notice. No one's ever gonna notice that tree. Be like, yeah, the tree is what we need. You know, if you're looking at a map and you don't know what's wrong with it. So this is why I'm also helping the series. You know, helping the map creators kind of get some ideas. Maybe, oh, let's not die here. maybe you, the viewer, are making a map, all right? And you're unsure what a map means. You're like, I really have this good map. I really want to send it out for the community. And there's this area, I just don't know what it needs. Could be as simple as a tree, you know? I think whenever you're making a map, other than making it look absolutely beautiful, which this map is, you know, it's got the gameplay elements, the story elements here. I love how it feels to play it. It's very close quarters, but I have to kind of train around the whole map, which is very unique. I gotta go whole map, just kind of train around and go up, over, you know, set up some traps if I wanted to. But, you know, simple as that. I think whenever you're making a map, you have to look to how does putting this item here affect both the gameplay and maybe the story I'm trying to tell. Now, of course, if it's a cheesy element, or not cheesy element, my bad. If it's a cheesy map, like let's take the cheese map, that is a very goofy map. You know, there's no real like story there. You can go goofy with it. Absolutely. But guess what? You're still kind of gonna have the same concept. What does me putting something down do for the map? What does a tree do? Little stuff like that is what's gonna make a good map compared to a bad map. If you're just making a map and you're putting stuff willy-nilly, not caring about how gameplay wise it's gonna feel, it could be the most beautiful map ever. Gameplay wise, how is it gonna feel? Is the player gonna feel robbed? If I got around here and got stuck on that chair, I'd feel robbed. I'd feel, wow, that is not a skill issue. That is a map issue. And that's where I kind of want to help draw the line on that. Oh no. Oh, I couldn't buy that door and I bought a fucking shotgun. But, you know, I think that's a good enough place to end. For this small map, I think we're good there. So let's get into kind of the full review of the map. Now, for the review of Nacht, Agonie, I really liked the map aesthetic. You know, it's got that Nacht feel while feeling even more fresh with the lighting they have, with the weaponry they have, and how the kind of the gameplay loop of it is just, it's a giant training gear. That's very nice. It's a very condensed map of Nacht. If you took Nacht, shrunk it down, you'd get this map. But that's not a bad thing. It fixed the spawn issue of Nacht, where the zombies come in faster now. You're not waiting a year for them to spawn around one. That's good. I love that. The weaponry feels nice. Feels solid. It didn't feel like my fall off was too big, which was nice. I like the incorporations of the pack punch and how the perks are kind of scattered around in the placements they are. I like how the final thing, of course, is jug, and that you can kind of gradually build up to it with speed cola, double tap. You got the mystery box if you need more weaponry. That feels nice in a core gameplay. You know, it's also a very important element for map creators to know that perk placements matter, and I think that's kind of well regarded in the custom map community, which is, you know, pretty good to see. But, you know, you might have people trying to learn to create a map, learn the placements of perks, and where it'd be very fun, I think, in my opinion, to grab the perk and kind of fair. Don't have jug super far away. Have it in a reasonable spot where you feel they've kind of earned it, but don't have it at the start of the map, because then it's just a how long do I need to go to power so I can come back and get jug. Now, of course, there's creative ways to have that happen, and I don't want to kind of force you guys into that. You know, rules are made for break out of the shell of I need to follow these guidelines. I just kind of want to give the community ideas of how they could create maps better if they need that kind of push. You're getting that like maybe block of I don't know what I need for the map, but, you know, I know it needs something. This is kind of what's going to help with. Let's talk about gameplay with how movement kind of felt. The tree. I was harboring on that throughout the kind of video. It was such a like noticeable thing as you're kind of looking through these maps. A simple thing as a tree can change gameplay heavily. If that tree wasn't there, I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, getting trapped and stuff. The tree simply being there creates a hazard that's fair, and that's fun. That's that mind play. That's that element of zombies that everybody loves. For wonder weapons, I saw the Wonder Waff. I saw the ray gun Mark II. That's all good. I liked the element of the story, it being a place where 935 is escaping, and, you know, they're going to the secret weaponry. You know, they're gonna go there, get the stuff from their base, to supply stuff to Spain before it falls was very kind of, you know, you can kind of get that sense in them. It's also very lovely that it's kind of you're probably the crew coming in and seeing that, oh, our base is overrun. It's overrun and you don't know why. You've just come back probably on the front lines. Here we are back at our base where we thought we were going to come back here safely to get weaponry, and it's overrun with zombies. It's pretty jarring for them, I think. You know, coming back here thinking you're going to get these weaponry and shit from these Group 935 scientists thinking, hey, we're going to help you with the war. You know, going to supply you with a Wunderwaffe and a ray gun. And to see that a struggle of sorts might have happened, maybe an experiment gone wrong with 115, you know, this element you've just heard about maybe helped transport. You don't know what it does exactly, and now zombies. So I like that. It can let the mind roll with storytelling and stuff. It's very lovely to me, and you could absolutely kind of incorporate this into the headcanon if you want for the main storyline. It was very tight quarters, but that, you know, I've expressed my opinion on that. I love that. It's very nice. I think it would be even more fun to play with friends, of course, because then you get that element of the map is a giant training ground. Now, what's the worst thing that can happen when you're doing a train? Your friend comes in and ruins it. So with it being so close quarters, I wonder how that gameplay would feel, how it would kind of descend into chaos really, really fast. So that could be very fun. That might be something you guys might want to try. And if you do try that, comment down below. I would love to absolutely know how that experience went. I think now we're at the end of the review. It's a very lovely map. So out of 10, what would I rate this map? And if it's a good zombie slaying experience for you, 9 out of 10. Thank you guys for coming out, watching my video, and you guys have a good day.